How y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for tuning the show. Baby, welcome to the Wine La Vie podcast with Keisha ShonGee Johnson. I am your host. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your constant and consistent support week after week after week. Because guess what? When I tell you, baby, it's season 4. Okay, I cannot do all of this without all of you. So kudos, 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 and kudos. Okay, I truly, truly love all of my fans, all of the viewers, all of the supporters, all of the business entrepreneurs and people that's doing good in the community. I truly, truly, truly love each and every one of you because I can't do what I do without you. So when I tell you, listen, I hope you done had an opportunity to enjoy your day. Baby, listen, this weather is all kind of crazy right now in Georgia. But baby, we gonna get through it. We gonna get through it together, okay? I don't know whether to be hot, cold, put my jacket on, put some shorts on. I just don't know. I just don't know anymore, okay? So, but we are going to get through it, okay? So I hope you've been good to yourself. I hope you have done something fun. We're in the spring and summer months. I hope you are doing everything that you need to do for yourself and also to help someone else. When I tell you, baby, we got a terrific show for you tonight. Ooh, Sean, you got a treat for y'all, baby. Y'all stay tuned, baby. So listen, let's go ahead and dive on into this thing, baby. We're finna dive on in, okay? Listen, I got a special, and when I say special, I'm gonna say it one more time. Special, okay? Wine that's gonna be featured tonight. Okay, listen, all you Wine La Vie podcasters and hosts and viewers, tonight it's going down. It's going down. Let me tell you what I got for y'all. Y'all better be ready, baby. Listen, the featured wine for tonight, baby, is none other than Wicked Eating Wines presents award-winning wines that won gold and that won silver. Can y'all see that gold? That gold emblem and that silver emblem, right? Libations, wine, spirits, beer awards, okay? When I tell you, Wicked Eating, baby, is my featured wine for tonight, okay? So, what we are featuring, baby, that won those awesome, awesome, awesome awards is the famous Toxicity, okay? Can you see that? Ooh, it's going down. Listen, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is my new best friend. You understand me? My new best friend. Baby, listen. Eating wines put the stamp on wines, okay? When I tell you, let me swirl that around, right? So y'all know the S's of wine, right? So since this is a new feature of wine for tonight, baby, I'm gonna take this thing all the way through all the steps, okay? So you know we go swirl that thing first, right? We go swirl it first. Then I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm smelling. I'm smelling blueberries, lemon wine with natural flavors. It smells so good, y'all, right? And so you know, after we smell that thing, right? You know, we go ahead and turn that thing up just to see how it's hitting, right? Ooh, make you want to pop your fingers, baby. Ooh, make you want to pop your fingers, okay? Listen. This wine right here is federally regulated by the TTB ATF. Okay. This wine was released 2021. Okay. This wine right here is a semi-sweet wine. It's so good, baby. You can taste the fresh the fresh berries. You can taste the twist of lemon. Then you could also taste like muscadines. Oh baby, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, this has an alcohol content of 12%. It's served room temperature, right? So the Asian grapes consist of muscadine grapes, including Sorghum. It is a native grape of Georgia. This is paired with Mexican dishes, chicken, spicy cuisines, right? It's also paired with spicy cheeses that adds a quite of a kick to the dishes, such as Cabot brand, pepper jack, horseradish, cheddar, okay, jalapeno, master, and chipotle gouda. Okay, so those are the cheeses that's featured, right? So y'all know how I always prepare a charcuterie for you, right? So right here, I put this with some veggie seasoned Ritz crackers, right? Then I also paired this with some garden salsa, for Mexican, kind of a little twist. Those are sun chips. And guess what? The Cabot habanero cheddar cheese. Okay. So this right here, this cheddar cheese is one of the spicy cheeses. Okay. That goes perfect with this wine. So as you see, it's cubed and you can see the spices and the habaneros that's in this particular cheese. That's going to be delicious, baby. Okay. So let me give you a little bit more about Wicked Eden Wines, right? This particular, I can't wait to introduce her. This particular winemaker, this expert, listen, she only uses nature to provide in the wine. Okay, these wines are vegan friendly and cruelty free. Okay, so Wicked Eden Wines do not add any chemicals whatsoever to the wines. There won't be no Camden tablets or bentonite, no polishing agents either. This wine right here, no added sulfites, no animal or products. Because of this, there will be settlement at the bottom of the wine. So at the bottom of the wine, right, ladies and gentlemen, right, you'll have the settlement, right? But you can expect that in each bottle. These wines will enhance the experience. It does not take away from it, right? You can also notice that you won't feel sick. You won't have that hangover feeling, your head hurting, or anything like that with Wicked Eden Wines, right? This is also because it's clean, it's chemical free, right? The nature intended. So she did not add all of that stuff. That's all those sulfites that's in the wine, because those sulfites is for shelf life, right? So that's why, to preserve the wine, right? So this wine is meant to be to enjoy and to partake and drink, right? So listen, it's stress delivery free. Okay, you won't have to run into no problems. Currently, Eden Wines are shipping in Georgia, Florida, Minnesota, Arkansas, DC, and Puerto Rico. So those are the wines that is being shipped to as of right now, currently, right? So since we are talking about season 4, right? So I intentionally picked this winery, this owner, listen, because this particular winery is 4 years old as well. So let me tell you the importance and the significance of the number 4. Okay, it's the 4th season on the Wine La Vie podcast. Woo! Right? It's the 4th year of the winery at Moon Light Manor in Griffin, Georgia. The number 4 symbolizes stability. Let's go. Structure. Let's go. Balance in the physical and spiritual worlds, right? So you got to be stable. You got to be secure, right? So that's what the number 4 is bringing, right? So being intentional, right? It's all about surrounding yourselves with intentional people that's going to help you flourish, that's going to be positive, that's going to be optimistic, right? Also, too, it involves intentionally to stop living on an autopilot and choose a meaningful life on your own terms. Well, baby, this wine expert, this winery owner, baby, this winemaker, baby. Listen, when I tell you, she is definitely doing things her own way, okay, on her own terms, okay. A winery and a winemaker doing business her own way is the Winery at Moon Light Manor. Check out the history of this winery, spring leading to summer months, to take wine tours and tastings. Okay, this is the first. And when I say put your number one up, put your number one up, the first, okay, wine label owned by a woman of color in the great state of Georgia, established 2020. Baby, number one. You understand me? I mean, number one. When I tell you I'm so elated and so excited about this sister right here, this queen, baby, this trailblazer, baby, that's making a path for all of us, okay? When I tell you the Goth Gardner great-grandmother Perry Lee was the matriarch, introduced her to gardening and canning as a child. She was a farm laborer who also shared her ancestor story of struggle and triumph. Okay, when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, who is this phenomenal biographical feature entrepreneur and business leader that the minority owned, okay, woman owned, comeback veteran owned is none other than Stef Parker. Okay, she is a Georgia native and was born in Riverdale, Georgia, baby. She enlisted in the Army in 2001. She was stationed in Fort Bragg with the 3rd Infantry Division, 3rd Brigade 203. She was a FSB as a combat medic, okay? Specialist Parker served in Operations Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraq Freedom and earned several medals. When I say put your hands up, several medals, okay, including a combat medical badge. Her enlistment ended in 2004, right? Stef is currently the enologist, which is an expert at producing wine, and the owner, CEO of the winery at Moon Light Manor and Wicked Eaton Wines in Lamar County, Georgia. She is the first woman of color, baby. Pop your collar, baby. All right. First woman of color to own a farm winery and have a wine label in her name in Georgia state history. Can we say a history maker, right? Number one, uno, right? When I tell you, Stef, creativeness has authored 2 children books, Why Do Flies Come to Barbecues, and There Are Monsters in My Room. Miss Parker is also an art director for Lamar Arts Depot Gallery, where she curates expositions and discovers talented artists to showcase. She serves on the executive board for the Lamar Barnesville Chamber of Commerce and volunteers at the Milner Community Library. Stef is a beautiful soul, beautiful soul, and a proud mother of three children, Xavier, Cindy, and Reagan. Steph is a longtime member of the National Association of the Black Military Women of Atlanta. Miss Parker is the Metropolitan Chapter and proudly serves as the secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you, put your hands together right now. When I tell you, put your hands together right now for the number one, uno, famous black colored woman, Miss Steph Parker.
Oh, coming through.
Thank you so much, Queen.
Girl, you had me so hyped up.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, you doing some great things, baby. You deserve it all. Deserve it
Thank you.
all.
Thank you. Thank you
Listen,
very much.
you looking beautiful, Queen. How you feel?
Thank you. I feel really great. I'm telling you, I might need you as a life coach, sis. You had me pumped.
Right.
Oh, girl, have you Clayton? Gotta shout it out.
Right. Listen, baby, you done did some things, baby, when you done came up with this eating wines, baby. You
Thank
did
you
some
very
things.
much.
When I tell you it is so quenching to my palate. And I was like, ooh, you know what? It tastes fresh. It tastes, I can taste the natural berries and all the natural flavor. I can taste it. And it tastes so good. I said, "Oh, honey, I can't drink up my wine yet. I got to save some. I got to save some."
I can't save you none. I'm drinking it too, sis.
Right, right.
What I would
Listen,
tell you is the reason
mm,
why you do taste those berries is again because there is no chemical within the bottle. I let nature take its course, and that's why you can still taste the fruit. My blueberry wine, it tastes like blueberry. My raspberry wine, it's going to taste like raspberry. The snozberries taste like snozberry.
I know
But
that's right.
seriously, chemical free is the way to go. And it's better on your body. Again, without the sulfites, it puts less, work on your liver. And again, that in turn means you're not going to have a hangover. You're not going to be sick. Your body can actually process the wine, kind of like nature intended.
Right. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Listen, this wine done won awards, gold
Absolutely.
and
Mhm.
silver, right? And
Correct.
so, what is the story? How do you come up with all of your names for your wines?
Okay, I'll start first with the awards. Um, as a well, Toxicity won silver at the Southeast Winemaker Challenge, which was about 17 and 18 states that I was in.
Wow.
And there was several big wineries. One of the biggest wineries in Atlanta also competed in that competition. I won gold for levitation there. And that was 2024 around Christmas. And then for the Georgia Wine Invitational, which just happened a couple weeks ago, which is all the wineries here in Georgia. And some big names were in that one as well, which you could check the winners list. I was able to get gold for toxicity. Uh-oh, I got gold for toxicity, y'all.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yes. I got gold for toxicity, and then I received a bronze medal for euphoria and a bronze for levitation. I was very, very honored to receive these medals. It hard work,
Wow.
and it took a lot of guts, y'all. But that's one thing about it. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Always, always go ahead and go for it. Do it.
Yes.
Now, as
Yes.
far as how I got started, well, it's kind of like that too. Um, how I got started, and I'll keep it real, it wasn't legal. And anything that I say, which may or may not be against the law, Uh, Lord forgive me. Well, anyways, I was honestly, it was bootlegging. And let me tell you, y'all, don't do that. Okay. Well,
Right.
anyways, I was bootlegging, and it was during COVID when business got to booming. It was booming, y'all. So sales was coming in, and I was getting kind of greedy, and I started using electronic means, which is always a no-no.
Mhm, mhm.
And all of a sudden, things started getting kind of shut down. So I stopped using it, not paying attention to what's going on. And one day I wake up and my children are like, my two daughters were at the edge of the bed and they was like, Mom, we think you're going to jail.
Oh, uh-oh.
I snapped out of bed, girl. I said, what you're not going to do is talk the man up on me. So I didn't think nothing about it. And I go ahead, I shoot on down to the shop and I get to working. Well,
Right,
as I'm
right.
working, all of a sudden I hear this sound, which sounds like almost like a helicopter landing on top of my business. Now back then it was kind of raggedy down there, and I had all these bottles. It was set up like this, on the racks. Honey, that vibration rocked them bottles, and it was like corks popping off. It was like Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm ducking, I'm dodging, I'm sliding in liquor. Cowabunga, y'all. So anyway, so and it kept going on. And you know what? I started running around and I'm like, girl, ain't no way out of here. And I ain't running out no way. They gonna have to pull me out alive. So I go and I'm over here hiding. Next thing you know, all the sounds go away. And I immediately go look, seeing safe. I clean everything up. I get rid of everything. And I go upstairs to my house. I go up to my house up the hill. And I immediately file for my license, right? Well, I did as my children say. So I did file my license. Well, within 2 days, I was sitting at my kitchen sink, washing dishes, and I look down my driveway by the shop, and there's black SUVs rolling up that driveway. This is why I'm telling you,
Mm,
y'all, you ain't never too slick to need some grease.
right.
Okay. So I get a phone call. They tell me to come down and open the door. And they call me by my government name. So I go down
Wow.
there, I open the door, he comes in, the ATF comes, it's the ATF, y'all. They come in, they walk inside my building. And like I told y'all, I knew the block was hot. I did right. They told me, I'm from Clayton County, y'all. You already know, I know what's up. So, anyways, let me get back into character. So, the guy comes in and he told me he was happy that I was complying with the law and that he was the agent that would be signing off licenses in the state. And that when I had completed everything I needed to do, he would be the one giving me my license. And he left. And I'm telling you right now, I stayed on the right side of the law. And that
Ooh,
was the man that gave me my state liquor
mm,
license.
mm.
Woo. So if you think they ain't coming, they coming. And that's how I got started on the right side of the law, guys. And from then on, I had to go uh, apply for licenses. I went to the commissioner's board because here in Lamar County, I was going to be the first person to manufacture and distribute alcohol in the county's history. So I had to go before a commissioner board. Now, this is something that I would recommend to anybody listening that's wanting to join, wanting to build a winery. The very first thing you got to do is your legal homework. If you do not do your legal homework, this could be financially disastrous for you. You need to make sure that the county you live in has the
Right.
laws in place or is
Wow.
willing to put those laws in place. If not, you're going to have to move. I went and applied for my business license. I had to project to my community and to the commissioners, the lawmakers in this county, why my business would be beneficial to tourism and how it would benefit the community. And that I had to promise to uphold the law and to not overserve its residents, which of course, me being a veteran, I ain't got no issue with upholding the law. Okay. Also, I had no issue upholding the law because if you had any experience with a Clayton County police officer in the 1990s or spent the night in one of their jails, that was an immediate wake up. So, so
Right.
seriously, so I went and applied. to have that to have my license, and they trusted me and they gave me my license, and from then on I've been working hard here, trying to build my winery, and also wine country here in middle Georgia, where Georgia has the native grape, the muscadine, amazing grape, hardy grape, disease resistant, pretty much fungus resistant, can withstand droughts, doesn't require much resource, not hard on the planet at all, y'all. So I love the muscadine.
Listen, that's an amazing story.
Thanks.
Amazing. Like,
Thank you.
and for you to testify how you started to where you are right now, successful, doing great things in the community.
Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. How did you come about to know what type of land you needed to start your winery in?
Well, I'm a Georgia girl now. Okay. And I come from a lineage, the Parkers. Granted, I didn't get to spend as much time with them as I would have liked. But one thing my little mama taught me, that soil is very important. That water is very important. And she was the granddaughter. My great, I forgot how many greats that is, but little mama, her grandmother was enslaved. And I got to
Mm,
hear these stories, like we was talking about the triumph and things like that. So also not just with the struggle, but also the things that they learned in survival. And one thing we knew was to how to hit that dirt and to make some food grow. So one thing I
right.
knew was that I needed to find a place with good soil and good water and good waterfall. And I look no further than US 41. That we talk about the agriculture highway of the state of Georgia.
Right.
That's right. And here we are. I love
We
Lamar County. Milner.
right, right, right. That is beautiful. Aisha said, "You're not playing no games, okay?"
No,
And
ma'am.
Steve said, "One amazing lady,
Oh,
okay?"
I love you,
Listen,
Steve. Thanks, Aisha.
when I tell you, listen, it is so important. And that's one thing. I love wine. And I know I probably shared my wine story with you being over there in Europe and able
Yeah.
to drink wine at the age of 13. There was no drinking age limit, but once you turn 13, you can drink with the family and everything like that. So I literally been drinking wine since I was 13 years old.
Mhm.
But it's like I've had all different kinds of wine overseas in different
Mhm.
countries and everything like that. But it's none other. I'm originally from Atlanta, so it's none other than to have the wine right here in the hometown. So
That's right.
kudos to you, like
Thank
for
you. This
just
mhm.
just doing
Homegrown by some homegrown. All right. That's how.
right, right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Listen, when I tell you, I have seen you do so many different things, right? And just share with the audience and highlights of your accomplishments, whether it being on articles, featured articles, radio stations, okay, like from local lens exhibit.
Oh, yes, I've been at, yes. Well, I've been in several arts exhibits. I am an art director for Lamar Arts Depot and Gallery. I curate exhibitions and I do locate local talent. So if you are an artist, please feel free to reach out to me at steph@thegothgardener.com, and let's see if we can get you get your artwork featured at our gallery, which our galleries host. I'm talking about first class receptions. There is food, wine, and beer bar. Sometimes there's musicians, depending on the theme. We have the Art Beat magazine that our gallery features, which will that has the bios, and it's made by artist Dave Rumfeld. He is an esteemed artist in the area. I'm telling you, it's a first class thing. So if you're an artist, and we have at our gallery, let me mention, we have the lowest commission fees, and there is no submission fees for any artwork. And if you become a member, you can sell your artwork at our gift shop.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
amazing.
That's right. Uh-oh, let me take the horns off though, because now I'm not art director. Now I'm Madam Secretary for the National Association of Black Military Women.
Yes, I
Yes,
love it.
that's right.
Absolutely love it. And
If you,
listen,
yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Yeah, if you have served, if you are a black
mm,
female, African American, or if you have served in the United States military, any branch, even including Coast Guard, we want you. We want to tell her story. We want to know more about you. Okay. Um, a lot of our stories have gotten lost because, a lot of people think, hey, black women are not patriotic. That's a myth. We are some of the most patriotic people on the planet here in America. You know why? Because we have traveled the world. I've seen third world countries. And let me tell you something, honey. We could talk about America. Let me tell you something, honey. America's the best place. The best place. I love America. All right. But if you and guess what? You can join at nabmwatl.org, okay? And I'm the secretary for the Atlanta chapter. And if you click the link, I will get the email and I can shoot you more information on how you can become a member and tell your story at the Library of Congress at the Atlanta History Center. And I can get you in contact also with our wonderful vice president. I love you, Mary Clements, and she will be able to help you get your story told. But again, and then if you're not even a person of color or even serve, you can become an associate member and help us tell her story. And I could go in more about who the NABMW is. Um, I don't know if
yeah.
any of y'all maybe heard of the 6 AAA. Have you heard of the 6 AAA? Oh,
Yes. Let's go.
no, Mel, no, morale. Those were, that was an all black female battalion led by Colonel Charity Adams. And they
Yeah.
created the mail system that we have today. They helped save the war, brought back morale. They didn't get credit in their time because, again, our history gets pushed under. But there was a Tyler Perry, and we thank you, Tyler Perry, and thank you for inviting us to the Netflix
Yes.
premiere. It was an honor to be there, and we are totally honored. And I'm speaking as a state secretary here in Georgia for the NABMW ATL Atlanta Metro chapter. We are eternally grateful for you getting the story out. But the Black Whack, which ended up, once the military, integrated it, that they closed that down as far as that federal agency or federal department within the government. But the Black Whack stayed connected because we were as black females, that's all we had. And they stayed connected under the Black Whack, and they formed back under the National Association of Black Military Women. We are the Black Whack today. So again,
Wow.
if you are a black female veteran, we would love to hear your story. We would love to have you join us. We need you, and we just want to hear from you. And again, check nabmwatl.org.
Yes, absolutely. You changing them hats, baby.
All
Change them, baby.
right. Okay, then I let me take it right. I do, like Keisha told you, I do have two children's books. Why Do
Yes.
Flies Come to Barbecues, which is illustrated, okay, by Lex McCoy. She's a wonderful artist. Check her out. Lexi's Angels Online. And then this book right here, there are monsters in my room. Let me go back to this one before we start. Why do flies come to barbecues? I'll give you a little bit about the book without telling you about it. But this book teaches manners and politeness, especially etiquette. Okay, while you're out in public and eating. All right, which we need these days. I've been in some restaurants some days. Sometimes I'm in these days, and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So anyway, then there are monsters in my room. And this right here is illustrated by Amy Renfro. And she is none other than Lamar Arts, Artist of the Year for 2025. This lady is phenomenal, okay? And this book helps parents or grandparents, help children with nighttime fears and anxieties at bedtime. Me too. I had a little scaredy cat, and at night we had to go and do the, pretty much like the perimeter check. And this right here helps get kids to sleep at ease and lets them know they're not alone. So check them out. You can get both on Amazon, and you can get this one right here at Books a Million, Walmart. This one right here is uh, all over the place, and this one right here is on Amazon and Kindle. All righty, so
Yes.
yes. Oh, and the wine itself, I got the bottles all crooked, guys. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But
Yes.
if you want the wine that you see Keisha drinking this evening, okay, and you live in the states that she mentioned, you can go to thegothgardener.com and put in your order, and it can get delivered directly to your door. UPS shipping only, and do not hate me for the UPS shipping prices, y'all. I do not regulate those. I wish I could.
It's so delicious.
Thank you very
So delicious.
much. I think I'm
I
going to
am,
take me a little sipper.
yes, honey. Listen, I am enjoying the wine, honey. Jessica says, and our fantastic website, courtesy of Steph Parker.
Dr. Trailer, that is our vice president at Lamar Arts Depot and Gallery, whether she wants to be or not. But anyway, but yes, she was one of the people that she honestly was one of the individuals that truly believed in me as an arts director and brought me in on the board. And yes, I was tapped as the talent. I did build lamararts.org. Please check that out. And if you're willing to be an artist, again, check the website, look at the email, and you can contact the gallery directly. And we encourage you to come in and see the exhibits that we have right now. We have one on 5 different local universities and colleges in the area. I'm trying to remember. I might have had some wine, but I think it's Wesleyan. Um, we have Gordon College, which is our local college. Okay, Highlanders. We had y'all don't charge it to my head. But we got 5 different schools in there, and they are and it's students featured, and it's all student work. And check it out. It'll be up until about the end of the month, and then that's when we go into kids camp, which if you have children for $30, you can enter kids camp, and we will have your children engaged for over a week learning all kinds of cool arts and crafts.
Oh, that's amazing. That's absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. You are
Mhm.
doing so many beautiful things in the community, and it's wonderful. I'm like in awe. Like I can't keep up with you.
Well,
You have so many hats.
oh, I forgot. Milner Community Library. I'm a friend of the library. That is my favorite library. Let me tell you guys, please go in and support your libraries. If you can go in and volunteer to organize the bookshelves, go in and help them set up for arts and crafts, for the free programs or low cost programs that they have for the children to engage in. Please get involved in your local libraries. Do you know they have passes that you can check out for state parks for free? There's a lot of anything that's federal. You can literally go into a library and check the pass out and get it for free. They have printing services, Wi-Fi, AC, a water fountain, a quiet place to think, free. And I
Wow.
mean, I love it.
Wow.
And I mean, where else can you go? Pick up a book off the shelf, get knowledge for free. So again, go support your
That
local
is
libraries.
crazy.
And if you're in Lamar County or nearby, please support Milner Community Library. And I definitely want to get a shout out to them and Carrie Huckabee, because they have supported the Real Women Read Initiative, which was started by Dr. Sparkle Adams of the NABMWATL, who is also one of the 2 black black female veterans who is in the Georgia Veterans Hall of Fame at the Capitol. You can walk down and see her face. She was the one that started the Real Women Read initiative, where female veterans go out and we go out in uniform and we read to the children. Milner Community Library. actually supported that mission. So that's why I love this library, because they really do care about the community and making sure that children have access to almost every program that anyone brings to that library. I'm serious. Carrie, I love you. And also go and check out the Miller Community Library, because
Yes.
Lamar Arts now has an exhibition on the bookshelves in the library. So you can see local art from local artists, and some of those artists will be helping you create arts and crafts this summer at Miller Community Library.
Listen, honey, you just did a whole commercial break, baby. Listen, I love it. I absolutely love it
Thank
because
you.
on this platform, we don't gatekeep. Okay. So
Absolutely.
we share the knowledge, we share the wisdom, and if it can help our neighbor, then we're going to do just that. Okay. Because there's so
Absolutely.
many of our young people that are lost and they don't know which way to go, what to do, how to do it. So listen, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. And again, and this is something I really want to do, and I want to speak out to the Black community. Okay. All right, y'all, I am biracial, but y'all know that I have lived my life as a Black woman. That's the only experience I've had in America. Don't get played about it. I tell you right now, okay? But this is what I'm gonna say to my community. For real, as a woman of color, and
I
I mean,
love it.
we got to heal the sister wound. We have to heal the sister wound. We are collaborators. We are not competitors. The table
Yes.
we can build, and there is enough for everyone to eat. Once we build that table,
Boom.
baby, I'm telling you,
Yes.
it's a buffet. The
Yes.
cup will runneth over. Gatekeeping will not help our community. If you look at other cultures, there isn't the gatekeeping that you see, and there isn't a lot of hindrance, and that's why it's a lot of growth.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm telling you right now, I work with dogs at a hunt. Show
Right.
me that you a
Exactly.
hunt. Okay. Show me that you a hunt. My biggest thing on as far as working together and networking, seriously, say your sister's name in rooms she is not in. Okay. And she is not in. And I'm going to say a name. I'm going to say a couple names tonight too, because I haven't forgotten. I'm also a brand ambassador for Vintage Vixen Cosmetics. You can get 10% off with the code Stef10. Okay.
Yes.
And Jerry Gaddy is the
Let's
CEO.
go.
She is the first woman of color woman to own a makeup brand for women who are 35 and finer. Check it out, vintagevixens.com. Okay. Uh-oh, y'all about lost control. Where was I going,
Yes.
Keisha? Because you know I get the rolling, honey. I'm not in church, but I'll start preaching. Is
Come on,
that
preaching,
okay, Mama
sister,
Sister?
preaching.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And if you need some, honey, if you need some good eyewear and sunglasses, because all the stuff I wear some real funky shades, stayshady.com. My homegirl Antonia will get you souped up. And
Yes.
if you like going back to the all natural thing, because I'm going to give one more plug before we get off the business. If you're really looking for all natural medicines, balm, salves, if you're trying to get away from chemicals like I am, please check out Dynamic Balance. They got all kind of salves and teas. So for those of us who are, trying to stay away from Western medicine and pharmaceuticals, I highly encourage you to check out Dr. Trailer's herbal line. All righty. I hope I ain't forget nobody, y'all. If I did, charge it to my heart. I mean, charge it to my head, not my heart. Don't charge it to my heart. Charge it to the wine. Mm. Uh-oh, are they having technical difficulties? In the meantime, let's watch a crow. Mm. Okay.
Honey, you doing it. You
Uh-oh, there
blessing
I
the
am.
people. Okay. Yes, you got. Listen, you are
I was
blessing
just
the
doing
people,
some.
baby.
Y'all, I'm on the wicked eating wine. This is toxicity, okay?
Yes.
Caca.
I love it. Absolutely love it. When I tell
All
you
right.
how many wines up under the Eden wines, how many featured wines do you have now?
Oh my. I think I have 27 TTP ATF approved flavors. But usually at any tasting, which you can come on the weekends, which are on my website, thegothgardener.com, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, early afternoon. You can come and sample for $20, 5 different flavors, and it's generous servings. It ain't like I'm gonna take a medicine dropper and hit your lip. I'm from Clayton County. We ain't stingy. We ain't no crabs. But you'll get a generous serve, and that's right, turn up, sis. But you'll get a generous serving. And you'll also be entertained. I'll be the one holding it, holding the tasting, and I do give a pretty entertaining tasting. And you'll also receive information on the history of wine here in America, because again, I am also for the NABMW. I'm also a historian. And
Yes.
oh, speaking of history, I'll be working with the Old Jail Museum, and we'll be having the haunted house. So I want to shout out Ashley Giles for that. Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Woo!
I'll be working on a haunted house, y'all. And if you interested and got some ideas, hit me up. We trying to
That's
make it
right.
scary.
Yes, honey. And listen, honey, already with your vision, I already
Mhm,
know that the people, honey, they better hold on to their wigs, their hats, their scarves. Honey, hold
mhm.
on to your hair. Okay.
That's right. And hold on to your glass, because I'll grab it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, right, right, right. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Woo.
Absolutely. You know what? I was up here. I want you to tell about your experience being featured on the front page when you was at Lamar Arts Kentucky Derby party.
Oh boy. The first time,
Told you.
that was a bit
Look,
of a
look, I'm following you.
Actually, girl, that was such a scandal because I had my cleavage. Girl, all the old folks in town was like, oh my God. But I won the Kentucky Hat Derby. I was super dang on stoked. And honestly, they'll tell you, all the ladies will tell you, I bring that A game every year. It's competitive. Last year, Colleen won. She's a local filmmaker in our community. And then this year, her dad won the ladies.
Oh, wow.
Hilarious. But it is a very competitive thing that goes on. And I'm talking about people spend days with a glue gun working on the hat. It's really like art. And I love the competitive spirit. But yeah, was I thrilled? That the front page, yes. That was freaking rad, man. I mean, wow.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
congratulations to you
Mhm,
because when I was like, wait a minute. I said, it gets even better. I
mhm.
said the article in the Herald Gazette. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, I had a
yes,
few
let's
times where
go.
yeah,
Let's
though I will
go.
tell you, okay, yeah. Last time I was in the Herald Gazette, they had posted my wins for the Southeast Winemaker, which I got to submit this stuff now. But girl, you got to be careful submitting stuff. He's like, Walter, I submitted my stuff to the owner of the newspaper. Honey, this joker didn't use none of my boring pictures of my awards and me up there with my wine. He went back in the dang on Facebook archives, found a picture of me smoking a cigar, posted up, and put it. I said, how scandalous. Yes, Walter. And then my daughter says she goes to school and
Listen,
my
crazy.
daughter was saying she went to school and because he's a soccer coach too. She was like, Mama, I went to school and I told him I did not like that. My daughter Reagan is a bit like me, y'all.
That
I
is
love her to death.
crazy.
Ah, woo.
You know what? That is crazy. Chantel Murphy said, wow.
Hey, wow. Hey, that's Chantel. That is our social media for officer for the NABMW ATL. That is a fellow sister in arms. That's a Navy sister. I love you, Chantel. Hey. I'm gonna say, oh.
Okay. When I tell you,
Mm-mm.
listen, share with our audience about your dark gothic art show. So tell them where you get your creativeness and what you love. Like, yeah, because when I looked at it, I said, Oh, she's so bad. I love it. I love it.
I
I
love
love
that.
it.
Thanks, sis. I feel rag. Um, yes, I do have. I am a bit gothic. I'm a bit ATR, and whether the town of Barnesville wants to hear it or not, excuse me, I'm a bit voodoo. I had the Gothic thing also extends from the, dealing, being able to see the darkness in life, because life isn't always perfect. Everything isn't always rainbows, but there's always that silver lining, and
Right.
it's in the gray, and you have to find appreciation and gratitude in everything. And I find appreciation and
Right.
gratitude even in the darkness. So even in my struggles, I can find this happiness. I can find my peace. I can find my balance. I can find a lesson. I can find light in everything. I can even find light in the dark. So that's where the Gothic thing
Right.
came from. And the dark and Gothic arts, which it ended up being an insane scandal here in the town, because I guess people thought I was going to be doing an animal sacrifice at the arts gallery. And me and several other women dealt with a pretty much a witch hunt, and some people lost their jobs. Some people were ran out of town. This actually happened here, and I'm going to speak on it, okay? And I'm not going to lie. And people, if somebody asks me, "With stuff, will you ever forgive?" For some things, you cannot, okay? There will be no forgiveness, okay? And for
Absolutely.
and certain government officials, the mayor was telling people I was putting voodoo in my wine, and they literally
Mhm.
tried to hurt my business. And this was back in October. And this is for anybody deciding, especially people of color. And this is a part of giving people information. And listen, it's not gatekeeping, okay? This is why you got to speak to your community.
Right.
Move to these areas, okay? Now, everybody ain't bad. I'm gonna tell you, most are good, okay?
Yes.
But there's gonna be some
Yes.
folks that's gonna give you a problem. Oh, I had some
Right.
problems, okay? I had some. This ain't been, what's the word? A happy fairy tale. This has been a little bit of the Wizard of Oz. I had to go down the yellow brick road off into Oz, okay? Stuff was a little difficult, but during the October of 2024, some of us, were persecuted. And I had the dark and gothic arts going on. And people were thinking that I was going to be conjuring demons at the art show, when it was nothing but people showing artwork that they had made, maybe while they was depressed, maybe while they dealt with grief, maybe
Right.
maybe they had some kind of trauma, but it was more of a healing art show. That's what it was for me, and also of course to show off gothic artwork and architecture.
Right.
Do you know that the Bear radio station 92, what is that, this Bear radio station 92.3 or 92.5, but it's here, it's Bear country. We had, what's his name,
Mhm.
DJ Rock was telling people I was bringing demons into the community. I finally got to confront him while he was going
Uh-oh.
live under a tent. Y'all can check my Facebook out if you think of BS, because I'm gonna tell you right now, from Plain County, don't play me. Don't, because my heart don't
Don't
pump
play
no,
with her.
I mean,
Don't
Kool-Aid.
play with her.
Don't play with me. Don't play in my face. But they was telling people I was doing, that I was practicing demonology, which in fact hurt my vendors, was hurting my artists, and a lot of people. But this community, several women and other people stood up, and we protected our constitutional rights, and we
Right.
succeeded in that way. And now
Right.
we have the freedom to be able to have arts, and that's what I do. I constantly will push the limits, okay, of oppression. I'm not going to put up with oppression whatsoever. You're not going to violate my constitutional rights. So,
That's right.
that's for anybody in Lamar County. And if you think you're going to continue, discriminate, or oppress me, it's not going to happen. I tell you, over my dead body, don't tread on
That's
me.
right. That's right. Don't play with
Uh-oh, that's the liquor
her. Okay.
talking, y'all. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Don't play with her.
Don't play
Okay.
with me.
Listen, Dr. Trailer said what's done in the dark will come to light. Okay.
What? I'm sorry, I was
Dr.
up here.
Trailer said what's done in the dark. I said, Dr. Trailer said what's done in the dark will come to light.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I ain't gonna lie, Jessica, you know I love you. I love you, and I'm very fond of you. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Um, that lady really did keep me. That was really some support for me in a very dark time. I really, I ain't gonna stop too much. I'm gonna get emotional, but I love you, Jessica. I really do. I do, and I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Whew. All right, change the
Listen,
subject, girl. I'm on.
listen. You know, with everything that all of your accomplishments and everything that you have going on, how does it feel? Like, have you, is it like surreal to you that you have accomplished all what you have and being the number one colored woman to own a winery? Like, that's so big, Steph. That's big.
It is. I think it is. Not, maybe not so big, much big, at least for me, but it's big for the wine industry. It's big for our culture.
Mhm.
Oh, y'all. But
Right.
y'all, excuse me, I'm menopausal, but it is big. It is. It's the
You're not by
wines.
yourself. You're not
But
by
let me tell you
yourself.
something. It is big because let me tell y'all something. Because statistically, I shouldn't even be doing this. I grew up in Clay County. I grew up in White Line. Anybody know about White Line? You already know what's up. I grew up in an area where there was a lot of drug activity. I was raised in a house with a lot of drug activity. I had one of my parents was a serious, severe addict. Okay, I was literally written off to be nothing, y'all. To be nothing. All right. So if you're
Wow.
sitting back thinking you can't, let me tell you something. Yes, the hell you can. And you know why? Because I know you can. And this ain't no fluff. I'm telling you right now, if you put your mind to it,
That's right.
you can do it.
That's
You hear
right.
me? You can do it. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you're thinking about doing anything, you better go ahead and do it. Because when you get on your deathbed, what you gonna do? You know what? I want to tell you what something Miss Eleanor Stecker told me. And this is a very well-renowned artist, and she also was a courtroom sketch artist for was it MS? Was it for NBC or CBS? She's the one who did all the courtroom drawings for the Atlanta child murders, for the Fred Tokars, for I can all the little all the big Noriega trial, all those trials, she was the artist. But I remember what this lady told me. She was like, Steph, when I was having doubt, she was like, Steph, you better go ahead and do it while
Right.
you're young and full of energy before you're old and full of regret. Woo! That shit got me scared
Ooh.
to death, boy. I was like,
Listen, you just gave me goosebumps.
girl, get up.
Ooh.
Get up. Anybody listening, get up. This is your message now. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Ooh. That was
Okay.
powerful, Steph. Power. You understand me?
That's right. That's right.
Listen.
Thank you. I'm telling you, thank you to Miss Eleanor Stecker, because I'm gonna tell you them, boy, she packed full of wisdom.
Listen. Like when you were young, did you know that you were so creative and you had this vision in mind when you were young?
When I used to sign people's yearbooks, I used to say, and this was literally, I felt creative. Maybe I had ego then. Life done humbled me now. But I used to tell people, keep my autograph. Maybe I'll be somebody one day.
Boom.
Now, for a while there,
Boom.
for a while there, I didn't know. But let me tell you something. When COVID happened and I was faced with life or death, I'm gonna tell you something. I was watching people get buried. Didn't nobody give a damn about a Mercedes? Didn't nobody
Nope.
care about a Louis Vuitton bag? Nobody cared about your Fendi belt. Nobody cared about how many acres you own. People only cared about how you made them feel. The
Mhm.
legacy that I want to leave behind is one of love, light, and uplifting. I want to help. I'm telling you, you know,
Listen, I
my daddy
love you.
told me. My
I
daddy
love you.
told. Yeah, my daddy always told me. Now, my daddy might have been messed up, but my daddy did have some gold and some nuggets. He goes, there's two types of blacks out there. There's ones with rocks, and it's the ones with ropes.
Mm.
The ones with rocks, they hurt their brothers. They hit them with rocks. But the ones with ropes, they throw them down and pull their brothers up. I'm that sister with a rock.
Ooh.
I'm that sister with a rope. Excuse me. I'm not the one with a rock. Shit. Excuse me. I'm that one with a rope. I want to bring y'all up. I need company. I need help up here, y'all. I don't want. Hey, man, it's lonely at the top. You need a team. I need
Right.
help building this table.
Right.
Hey,
Listen,
man, I'm
I'm
here.
here.
I'm
I'm here,
here.
sis. What you
You here?
need? What we listen, where we gotta go? What
Hey,
we doing?
we
Okay?
building. We
We
building this
build it.
wine industry. We
We
building this
build it.
wine industry. That's right. And not only are we building the wine industry, we building all kind of industries. Just like my friend Jerry Guilletti, makeup industry. My friend
Mm,
Antonia Moore, eyewear. You know, my friend Dr. Jessica Traylor, she got a whole medicinal line of herbal stuff. We all
mm.
building out here. Support local business. Support your friends who are doing things. Okay. All right. 'Cause I can tell you, these big companies, they ain't gonna pour into you. They ain't gonna pour into your community. But small business, they look after your community. They're in your community. They know what your community needs, and they are involved. Please support small business.
Absolutely. Listen, Queen, I am so super excited for all of your accomplishments. I'm
Thanks,
super
sis.
excited to where
Mhm.
this is. Hey, listen, it's to me, it's like you just getting started because you in so many different phases and
Mhm.
growth, right?
Mhm.
And one thing I know is that we need to move together forward. So building, looking out for your local communities. That's what it's all about. No gatekeeping,
Correct.
spreading the love, pouring in each other's tank. That's exactly what it's all about.
That's
And
right.
that's why I share my platform to just be able to be a vessel to say, hey, listen, this is how I'm giving back. I'm paying homage, who pay homage to me.
That's
Okay.
right.
It's some wonderful, wonderful people doing great and wonderful things just like you. Okay.
Thank you.
Sis, I salute you. I might didn't even get it right. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, sis.
But I salute you. Okay. Okay.
I thank you. That's right. Because we are our sister's keeper.
That's right.
And I
That's
encourage
right.
every last one of you to be your sister's keeper. We need each other
That's
more
right.
than ever. More than ever.
Right.
Mhm.
Listen, how can the people follow you?
Oh, you can follow me at the_Goth Gardener on IG. You can follow me at the Goth Gardener on Facebook. You can also check out my website at thegothgardener.com. You can also check out some of what we've got going on, not just me, but at lamararts.org. And again, if you're interested in what I or the NABMW is doing in your community or how to join, nabmwatl.org. And let me see what anything else I can't quite think. Hey, toxicity.
Right. Listen,
Oh,
honey.
and let me check it, y'all. Not that I recommend it, but you know, when you drink vegan wine and it doesn't have sulfates and you're properly healthy and hydrated, you won't have an hangover.
That part. That
That
part.
part,
Listen, I've been enjoying
100.
mines, okay? Listen, this was a live wine tasting with me and you, okay?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I have been enjoying mines.
Good.
That's
I see you turn it up, sis. I see you turn it up. And please, check in because maybe later on we're gonna have these behind the scenes, and me and Keisha will be discussing what she thinks about toxicity. So be checking out for those things.
absolutely, absolutely. Sis, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for the history. Thank you for what you're doing in the community. Thank you for just being for your people, spreading the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I cannot thank you enough. Anything that you need of ShonGee Enterprises, Wine La Vie, I am there. You need me to come and volunteer. You need me to do anything, I am there with you. Okay. Because listen, I want to help you build. Okay.
Thank
And
you. And the
then
same in
with me,
return. Ashe.
right. Listen,
Ashe.
this wine industry, I love wine. I've been in the wine industry for a long time, partaking, a lover, a connoisseur. But
Hmm.
listen, I love the fact that you love what you do. And I am all for it to, hey, for you to be my mentor, to be able to help me. Okay.
All right. Like I said, I am my sister's keeper. I got you, sis.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, you got your glass because
Oh, I'm
it's
grabbing
our
it.
time.
Uh-oh. It's
Ladies and
wine
gentlemen,
time,
listen.
y'all.
My God, Steph Walker! and gentlemen, I hope you learned something tonight.
Mhm.
I hope this has educated and pumped your soul up. Baby, do
Mhm.
something and do something now with no regrets. Okay, get up off your do nothing stool, baby. Be great, help somebody, love your neighbor, and pour into your community. Listen, cheers, sis. Anything that you need, and I mean anything that you need from ShonGee Enterprises, Wine La Vie, I'm there. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Wine La Vie podcast. Sis, you got to come back. Okay,
I'll
don't
be
let
back.
this be your last time. Come on back. Okay.
Absolutely. That's right. Cheers to sisterhood. Mm.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Listen, I am your host, Keisha ShonGee Johnson. Thank you so much for tuning in every week. Listen, if you are interested of being a guest on the Wine La Vie podcast, you can reach me at ShonGee Enterprises LLC at gmail.com. I would love to have you on the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in and listen. This our time. Ciao.